As you guys can see up on the screen today, I want to talk a little bit about Vinco Ventures. This is ticker symbol BBIG or Bbig, as a lot of people know it in the social media realm and space. And the reason why we're talking about this one today is it had a very, very interesting day. It kind of had some interesting and significant news coming out. And even though today was only up 2.61%, which that's a solid day. There's nothing wrong with a 2.5%, single day for any stock you hold in your portfolio. If you're having a lot of 2.5% days, you're doing something right. You're doing something well. But this was on a day where you can see over on the side, that the Dow was down 1.23%. The S&P is down a full percent. The Nasdaq's down over a full percent. The Russell's down 1.5%. Everything was down everywhere. So not only to have a 2.5% up day, but to have a 2.5% up day when the overall market is tanking, is bleeding, everyone's struggling, everyone's having a bad day. Not only was Bbig stock a good stock to be in today, it was kind of a safe haven. It was something that a lot of people are seeing and being like, hey, why the heck was this thing up? So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video today. Definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. That would be absolutely awesome as well. With that being said, let's get right into this. So Bbig stock, part of why people started talking about it and part of why this got on so many people's radars today, maybe they didn't know about it over the last couple of months or even the past year when it's been running really, really hot, is that this thing exploded early in the morning. Between market open where it opened down, this thing closed at $3.07 on Friday, and it opened today at $3. So, it was down, a little bit, a couple percentage points at the beginning, but from open until about a couple hours in, this thing was up almost 15.5%, which was really, really crazy to see. This thing was exploding, and this really got social media, especially Reddit, going. People were freaking out. This is from the Short Squeeze subreddit, but Bbig looking fly, $3 is a steal, Bbig let's go, Bbig woo burr. Everyone was talking about this. We had another Bbig let's do this, let's not chase 200% plays. This has shown signs of running. Load up the buying pressure. Look at the DD that's been posted all over about the gamma ramp. Let's kick this into gear and launch this. It will go triple digits. This is waiting to explode, and it has been waiting. People were very, very excited because the thing is, Bbig has been a popular social media stock. This has been a play that a lot of people have known about on Reddit and Twitter and stuff. But over the past month, down 19%. Over the past 6 months, down 29.5%. So people who were excited about this thing, 6 months ago, even 2-3 months ago, when we had these big jumps up to September, which I guess was 3 months ago at this point, which is crazy. Time's going so fast. But, this stock was almost $11. It was close to $12. I think the 52-week high is $12.49 in September. Now, since then, it's pretty much only gone down. It had a little bit of a bump in October, but it's pretty much been down. But people are just saying that this has had potential. It's been falling. It's been falling. It's been falling. Some people have been buying the dip and buying the dip and buying the dips dip and buying the dips dip and just loading up shares knowing that, hey, maybe this thing can get back to, an $8 level. Maybe this thing can get back to a $9 level, an $11, $12, $12.49 level. Maybe this thing can reach new all-time highs. They're just kind of waiting for good news, for a short squeeze, for whatever different thing is going on. Some people obviously believe in Bbig as a long-term investor because they like the company, because they think it's going places. They like the current valuation of the stock and maybe think it's undervalued or overshorted or oversold or whatever. Or maybe they think it's like a short-term short squeeze play that they can try and ride momentum off of. But, people were excited about this. But all this to be said, Bbig is by no means a poorly performing stock this year. Year to date, this thing is up 152%. In the past year, this thing's up 123%. That is why people are excited about Bbig in the first place, because some people have been around longer than 3 months. Some people, even at these current price levels, being down 30% in the last 6 months or whatever, some people are still up, and some people are still up massively. And again, just because this stock has been falling when a lot of other small caps, a lot of other volatile stocks, a lot of other social media plays or largely retail trading plays have been down over the last 6 months. It's having a lot of people, not happy. You don't love to see your portfolio going down 30%, or for some people 50, 60, 70%. But there are still people who are still holding out hope, holding out faith, and really, really excited about the short-term and long-term potential futures of Bbig. Now, what exactly got this thing going today? It is a lot of social media hype. It is a lot of people trying to say anytime Bbig goes up at all that it's, short squeeze, and everyone's tweeting about it, everyone's talking about it, everyone's posting about it. But there was some news that came out today as well. This is from Fool.com. Why Vinco Venture stock jumped on Monday morning. And what they're saying is that Vinco Ventures shareholders beat a declining market on Monday, with shares rising by 7% at 11 a.m. Eastern. The digital content sharing acquisition specialist announced it had raised more cash through the sale of more stock. The rally added to significant short-term gains. The stock had more than doubled so far in 2021. Again, which is crazy, even despite not the best past couple of months, still performing very, very well over the year. In a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, Vinco Ventures said it had reached a deal to sell more warrants, or the right to buy stock in the future, to an institutional investor. The price was set at $3.27, which is above the current price that we're at, per share, and the size of the deal was significant given its relatively small market capitalization. Vinco Ventures said it had raised nearly $40 million from the deal. That is definitely going to be a lot of stock being issued there in terms of warrants for a $3 stock. But it's also a lot of cash that they're going to have on hand. And this is $40 million from the deal after deducting expenses. Management is planning to use the cash in part to help fund more acquisitions, like its recent purchase of AdRiser, which it bought for $108 million earlier in 2021. So, you don't love seeing your company, issuing more shares, issuing warrants, stuff like that, obviously diluting you, which isn't good. Just, shares that you already own in the company are just going to be worth less. You're going to be splitting the pie even more ways, and your chunk of the pie is going to get smaller. But Bbig and Vinco Ventures has been showing signs, even in recent history, even in 2021, this year, of using that money to be aggressive, to go make purchases, to go make deals. They're not diluting you, getting a bunch of money and sitting on it, or giving themselves, a bunch of raises or bonuses or whatever. They are using that money to hopefully help further their business. Now, you can be skeptical of whether you think AdRiser is a good purchase, whether you think it's a good purchase for $108 million, what you think they're going to do with this next $40 million, if it's going to be enough, if it's going to be worth it, if it's going to, be worth the share dilution and issuing more shares and all that. But, there is worse things you could do than, getting money and then actually making acquisitions and making purchases with it. So some people were definitely excited about this, and this is what got this stock, popping a little bit early in the morning. Now, obviously, things cooled down a lot. Part of this is due to the fact that the whole market, again, was kind of slumping. So we saw, Bbig fall from 346 all the way down, 13% down to, we dropped off like 45 cents off it. So we were at 270, 280, somewhere around there. But then again, it did bounce back strong and end the day up 2.6%. It's up another 0.3% after hours. So overall, still a very, very good day for Bbig, a day where, the investors were excited, but, you still have to react to the broader market in general. They do say here, now what? Vinco Ventures' business model relies on aggressive acquisition. So it's good news for shareholders that the company has secured more resources to direct towards crafting a portfolio of digital assets in the streaming and NFT space. However, investors have to balance that positive against the fact that a rising pool of outstanding stock dilutes their relative ownership. So again, you have to weigh the two. You have to take with the good with the bad and make your own personal decisions of, whether you think that BBIG is worth it at this current valuation, whether it's overvalued, undervalued, whatever, whether you like the share dilution and getting the money, or if you'd rather, them not sell off a bunch of stock and just not have the money and maybe go in other directions. There's going to be people on both sides of the fence, and it's going to play out. And also, just even this news is going to take days, if not weeks, if not months, for the stock market to even figure out what it thinks. Because, again, there's a million different variables at play. Some of the other, short squeeze subreddit posts we had were just people saying that Bbig is looking primed, for that potential short squeeze. A lot of people getting ready, taking a look at the short interest of 21.03%, looking at the borrowed shares, the change of borrowed shares, everything that's going on there. And then Bbig, pain has been felt for so fucking long. Let's go. People just finally being excited that this thing is back. And that's another thing that kind of has going for it and against it. It has been beaten down for so long over the past 6 months that when we do get a little jump like this, I think there is a lot of incentive for people to sell off. People who are like, hey man, I'm down 60% on my Bbig. If I can be up 15% a day and sell it off or get rid of it or unload my bag, some people are going to be doing that a lot quicker when they think we're in maybe a bear market or a downward trending market for the broader market or just for the stock in general. So there is, momentum is not on the side of Bbig currently, but again, that doesn't mean some people aren't buying the dip. That doesn't mean people aren't excited for the future of Vinco Ventures. But yeah, some good news coming out today, some overall positive stock price movement, and kind of an exciting day for this company. And, if you were a shareholder, obviously you made a little bit of money today, maybe you feel a little bit better about the future. But that is pretty much it for this video. Definitely drop a like if you guys did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about BBIG. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.